And this is my father's magnifying thing I had a while back. You can see everything inside of this thing. It's cool. But I wish we can get something for this thing, because if you move it, it'll swing that way. I got it on a bolt. I'm holding it right now. And this thing was the one he bought at DI back in Utah, Desert Rate Industry, for $1. He got this thing for $1. He used to do jewelry maker with this, and it's got a fluorescent bulb that goes up like that. But it's beautiful. But I like the microscope better, because I attached this thing. I had one of these a while back, my first microscope, and it runs on batteries. But you've seen on the videos, you can record a video with this. You can do it on your laptop when you want to talk on it, or just use your camera app called Beaver Point. That's what it's called, Beaver Point app, and it will connect to your thing. You have to be off the internet to do this, but you record it in the app, then you download it inside the app to send over your phone, and you do that. That's what they're called, Beaver Labs. This microscope is the one that did all the videos. We're still got a long way to do some capping, but this thing is amazing, and I can see everything. I can get my solder underneath it, but it doesn't have a lot of room in it, but I think it has room. It does. But if you guys want to get something for this thing, let me know. If you can find an aftermarket part that goes in this thing, and mostly it clips like a C-clamp. That's what it had. My dad had one on a jewelry type table. The day I moved out of Utah, I had to take this thing and kept it hidden. I didn't want to throw this out, and I had this for a while. This was my dad's jewelry making thing. He used to put rings in this thing to look at this thing, but look at the quality that this thing does. We're going to zoom it up very up close on the magnifying glass. We're definitely right inside. You can lay it up like this. You could do it like this and have a TV screen, but this thing will pop down when it moves down. That's the bad point about this thing. This thing doesn't lock down either way. So yeah, that's the only thing you can do. But it is pretty cool, but you don't put this near a window. So I found this in my bin drawers. I had it all along underneath where I had my paints. But I kept this ever since I got it. But you got the holding hands, you got the visor goggles and things like that. But this thing is amazing. I'd like to use this more, and also use the Beaver camera. The Beaver camera is not going to see it on that side, because the Beaver camera is the best option if you want to use this and use your phone to record things and do things like that. But I would love to use this more for other projects as this, for my C repair radio videos, something like that. But let me tell you, this is a old school one. If you guys can find something for this for me, it's like a clamp, but they use these things as concrete base. But I have this whole. If I move it towards this direction, it'll fall down. On this position, it's not going to fall down. It's got a bolt in there. I put a bolt in there and tied it up with a C-clamp. Tied a clamp. And that's what I'm doing. So at least we could do some soldering right now if we want. If we want to look around at boards. And it's pretty cool. And you can see everything like when you put your head in view. It's like one of those spy glasses. It's like one of those telescope spy glasses. You can see everything. And you can see all the components. Let's go look at the ones I did the other day. The one we had, that hard part we did a few days ago. You guys remember this. Where I was doing all that soldering right there. You guys remember I was soldering all this stuff here. We have to clean the flux off with some alcohol. I did some in this area. You guys see what I did the other day. We're on the magnifying glass, see? This is actually, you can see it with your phone here. This is without the magnifying glass. And you can zoom up to see that. But with the magnifying glass, we can see it with this thing. Pretty amazing view. You can't tell by it, see. This is without the magnifying glass. Cool. So I just want to show you guys, that's what we did the other day. We're going to do some more soldering maybe tonight. I don't know. Maybe I'll do some later. That's where the relay's at right there. You guys see where it's at. All those things with those square things. You can see it where I had, when I took the relay out back a couple months ago, and I had to put it all back in. It's those 4 things right there. Looks like 6 pins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pins. That other one holds the other relay on the both sides. So that's what we had. We're looking at that magnifying glass. It's pretty cool. I like to use it more to do some of my stuff. You guys know what I mean. And we can go have some fun with that. So the Beaver magnifying glass is better than nothing, but we can see everything on this glass. It's pretty cool. So if you guys know where I can get some parts for this thing, that'd be great. Like it goes on a clamp like this, and it pops it inside. Like you put it's like a C clamp. It goes on the bottom. That's what I've seen in some things. And you pop it in this thing, and you can move it around. But on the ground, if you want to have one put a weight on it, you can actually have it close to you. But this thing goes pretty long. You guys can see how long this thing is. It is very long. Let me give this a wide zoom. It is a very long stretch. It's pretty cool. But I like to use this more for my stuff. But this was my father's, but he used to use it for jewelry making. I just want to let you know. It is a pretty cool thing. But it's not cheap made. It's actually from an older one. But it will still do what you want to do. Along the magnifying glass is good. I kept this in a bin. And this was in my basement, in my dad's basement when he was doing jewelry with rings, putting them together. He had this a while back when he did jewelry back in Utah. And it used to be called Ben Lemon Jewelry a while back. And he didn't sell very well in it. He used to take some to stores down there, to a local store in Harrisville. What is it called? It's in the North Ogden area. Harrisville, I think it was. And my dad was taking some jewelry to sell at this local store they had. Like mom and pop shops. And they usually give a discount. And my mom used to sell soaps. My mom did like homemade soaps for a while. And she made her homemade soaps at home. And took it down to that store, and they sold a half percentage. And my mom sold it online. And my parents used to do fishing lures, custom fishing lures, a long time ago. And used to sell them on Fleabay. But most of it did okay. They had people around the world had them. And my dad used to do that. And also used to sell jewelry making. And used to do it back in North Florida, which it didn't do too well because there were too many competitions at the flea markets in Jacksonville, Florida. We went to try that back in 2008. In 2009, we tried that, and there were too many people competition. My dad sold little cheap ringlets and put stones in them. And then we went to do all these rock hound things back in Utah. Went to those places, and sunstones up in Oregon and all that stuff. So this was one of his jewelry making thing. It's pretty cool. If you guys can get this thing to do something really I want to do, I'll show you the stem, but if you guys can see the stem. If you can find something for this thing, let me know. If you guys can find the stem thing that it slips like in a hole like that, you guys see it. Let's give you guys a look at it. And there's the model making thing. So you guys can see it. That's what it's called. If you can look that model up, let me know. Looks like it's from 1998. Cool. Is that from 1998? That is old school, man. January 1998. Cool. These things were not cheap made back in the 90s. But you can see, I was trying to squeeze that thing. But this thing's still in good shape, guys. If we can find something that goes in that thing on the bottom, let me know, guys. Let me know. Let me get this thing to work the way I want. It had like a clamp on it one time. And that's my dad. And I took the clamp with me because we were in a hurry. Mom had to got rid of the table and stuff. I think that's what she did back then, I remember. And they had these throwing out type stupid little bars thing to throw out stuff out of your yard. And that's what those Mormons did a while back. I don't know. But I don't want one of those things like that. But not throwing out stuff. But this is why I kept this thing. I saved this thing and hid this thing because I kept this. Because my mom was getting over things like that, but pretty cool. But this is going to be amazing if I get it to go like that and do a lot of cool repairs. Better than holding these things with the goggles and stuff. You know how it has them, but this thing will be great to do a lot of projects and a lot of stuff, doing repairing radios, recapping stuff. It'll be great. But at least you can see something with this thing. But it's amazing. So you guys have a good day. We're probably going to do some more recapping videos of this grant. We still got a few more caps to go. I like to do them on the beaver camera so you guys get to see it. But yeah, I actually can see what it looks like in it. But the beaver camera, this thing can see it really up close than this. But this is a good idea if you don't. I would recommend get one of these. But the ones on Temu have something like this. The magnifying glass with light. But this light puts out a little better than this light. Because I had tried it just now. You'll see the difference when I turn off the light on this thing. You guys will see it in a second. And it's still bright, but... And then when you turn on the light, you can see it a little bit more. That gave you a little bit of reflect. You guys saw that. But it's pretty cool. So maybe we can get something for this thing. And it'll be a portable thing I can have here on the table. But I got that other table I can still use it on, something like that. But maybe we could try something like that. But it's a weight factor and we'll worry about that. But I just want to show you guys. But I can still do things with this cool thing. As long as it's not going to slam on this thing. And like I said. You guys have a good day. We'll catch you later. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee, getting on down. Let me show us the temperature before we get out of here. Beautiful weather. We had some rain this morning. No thunderstorms. Thank God, no thunderstorms today. 62 degrees, and we got that beautiful sunset. You guys can see our beam out there. It's definitely setting over to our west. That's what we're getting. See, the sun's changing back again. So I just want to know. We're going to still work on this Robin soon and get the grant caps completed. Let's hope this thing will be a success. You guys know that. I just want to show you this thing. If you can get something for this thing, let me know. I'm going to go back to the microscope thing, this little device. I like to do that and eyeball everything. But this is a cool device I have. You guys see what I'm holding it on. But maybe I'll do some more stuff with this thing. So 362 Knoxville, Tennessee, getting on down. And don't forget to check out 390 Wagmaster on YouTube, UDX CB Radio. And if you want a UDX number, go make sure you email him, udxcbradio@yahoo.com. And if you want to send some stuff, we got our things here. Uncle Freddy Chicken Choker. And we got the old radio night on the gear. So check out old radio night this Saturday, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Get in before 9 o'clock. You get in the Uncle Freddy's Shout-Out Wheel. The Uncle Freddy's Shout-Out Wheel is a very special event. It's always there. And if you get to say hi to him in the chat, he'll give you the blue wrench. And you'll be in the Shout-Out Wheel to win some stickers. So, and we got our Hogtown Radio Roundout and all that stuff. And if you want to check out Old 2 Radio Network, make sure you check them out this Saturday. Dennis Thompson out of Fresno, California. Bizzo Control. Bizzo Control. Go check it out. 2C Radio's on the air. And it's channel 11, 27085 on channel 11, Fresno, California. If you're out there on Skipland, if you want to get a tube radio check-in, and if you don't have one, you're okay. But check out this cool show called the Old 2 Radio. You will not find one of these in the world. Very rare. And also you get tube radio once in a while on Rooster C Radio Connection. So don't forget to check out the Old 2 Radio Network. It's 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and Dennis Thompson's on the air every time. They check these tube radios like the Robin 123Bs, the Brown and Golden Eagles, the Lafayette Comsat 35s and 25s, and the Johnson Messengers. And these are radios back in the 1950s to the 70s. Very rare. You don't see them all the time. You get one of these working, you'll be like white on rice. And you'll be like one of the things will get your 57 Chevy going in no time. That's what these things. These radios are very rare. They're cool once you hear them. They look like this all the time. These are your tube radios. That's the Robin 123B. We got the caps for it already. You guys seen it. And I don't have the caps for this guy yet, the Comsat 35. They call it the clown nose. So it's pretty cool. So if you guys want to send stuff to Wagon Master, if you want to send some, he'll bring some. If you want to send some C radios and stuff, QSL cards. This is 390 Wagmas. He goes by UDX 390, part of the United Delta X-Ray C Radio Club. This is the first one he came out with. This a couple of years ago, and that's great. So make it out to 390 Wagmaster, P.O. Box 9223, Salt Lake City, Utah 84109. If you want to send a QSL card, C radio stuff, he'll make sure good. We got our beautiful Cobra in the background and our cool antenna tuner. You guys know that, the Arecibo. So make sure you check it out. And you guys go check out 390 Wagmaster on YouTube. Also check out UDX CB Radio on YouTube once in a while. And also check out Breaker Broker 23 out there too. So check out 390 Wagmaster. Thursday nights live streams. 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, 8 o'clock Central Daylight Time, and Mountain Time will be 7 o'clock, I think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty quite right. 7 o'clock Mountain Time, and Pacific Time will be 6 o'clock p.m. Pacific Time and 5 o'clock p.m. for Hawaii Islands. So if you're in Atlantic time, it'll be at least 10 o'clock for the people in Puerto Rico and over in the Bermuda Islands in the Bahamas. They're on Atlantic time, so make sure you check that out. Go to check out 390 Wagmaster YouTube. He's got a lot of great radios like these radios, like the President El Dante's, like the new presidency radios you guys seen all the time. Like these old ones, he has old school ones, but he's got new ones that look like the same one. It is the same president's logo as like it did in the 70s. Pretty cool. I have a President Madison. We got a Quad 5 in the house. And we have that Cobra 139 banging on the meters too. And we got the Cali C150 box from UDX 122 a while back. I won this in a contest. So we are Foxman362 already on the air. And we'll be on the air no matter what. We got to keep banging on those meters. Keep walking apart. This is our power supply that we use on the box. This is another power supply. I used that on the Grant, the black one. And there's another one I have here. You guys seen. Those are the ATX power supplies. That is a 15 amp fuse in the middle of that thing where the connectors are at. This is a 25, I think it's a 25, you guys seen it, a 25 amp in that one in the back. It's a computer power supply that runs with the ATX board with a 15 amp. You can't go over 20 amps on this thing. If you put it 15, you're okay. It might blow these out once in a while, not all the time, and you swipe them out because I have a bunch of these Chinese type fuses I bought a while back, those sides. These are other ones that have something different now, but they mostly will work like that. But I had to do this way because it's the cheapest way. I've done it a while back. If I had a great power supply, I would definitely run it no problem. And we have all those things right here in the back, the Silver Eagle and the RM Italy's and stuff like that. And I have another ATX power supply too. I had gotten these when I started out. You can get these for like $1 on Amazon or $6. If you get an ATX power supply, get one of them. Try it out. You can put different fuses in, but make sure you put a 15 amp fuse if you're going to run something like this or run another radio. You can always have a 5 amp fuse. It comes with 5 amp fuse when you do it. And we got some other radios here in the house, and you guys know that. So also don't forget to check out Steven Lounge 2112 this weekend on Sunday, and Highlander 498 too on Video Gates. So I'll catch you guys later. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee, getting on down. I just want to show you something cool about a magnifying glass. Maybe you guys can find a way we can get this thing to stick on the table. That'd be awesome. But I like to use it a little bit more. I like the viewer microscope. That helps me out. But I show you one of my dad's I kept for a while. But I don't have the thing that goes to it, because when I had moved back in Utah when I came in 2021, we had to throw some stuff out. Not all the stuff we had to throw. And I would like to find a wooden table for this thing, because you know what I'm talking about. You know the table I had back in Utah? That's the kind of table I want, with the legs, no plastic stuff that goes all the way out. I'm looking for like an 8-foot, 12-foot table later on. We can get it all the way out to there, and it'd be great. Then we could line up all our radios, but the coax would be really close to over here. So that'd be great, but this will still be here no matter what. So this table, I used to have one of these and put the stereo system on it too. But I like to have a nice table. If you guys want to order me one and send it through my house, let me know. And I'll put it through there. You know, like the wooden tables with the stands like this. Not this plastic. It's still good, but it weighs down a lot when you do that. But if you guys want to get one of those type of long table things, mostly that would be great. Not pressed wood crap that falls apart. Good quality stuff. So I'm going to show you guys. You guys have a great day. We'll catch you later. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee. Get on down. And keep an eye on some more of those soldering videos. I'm going to be showing you guys more of it. And let's hope this grant will work. I hope to God it works, guys. You know. Let's hope this will be a success like it did. Not like the TRC 451 happened the last time, but you guys saw the videos. So this is our beautiful grant today. You guys saw it. It's only been 1 week since I got this radio from a week ago, last Wednesday. It was during Wednesday before. It's been almost 2 weeks. This week will be almost 2 weeks since we got this radio. And we'll be banging on the meters real soon with this thing. 362 Knoxville, Tennessee, getting on down from UDX 362. We'll catch you later and bring out more videos soon.